we are back for another video. Thank you for joining us. Today we are going to tackle a bunch of leaves on this lawn. And as you can see, there's quite a big buildup right here. So what you're going to see what we already did is we brushed off and blew the leaves off the street, and we blew them onto the property. So that's why you're going to see that the street side is pretty clean already, and we're kind of just catching up in the middle of the action. Right now we're facing the discharge side of the lawnmower towards the lawn, so that we can keep the street side clean. So right now we're just going forward and reverse, really blowing the leaves onto the lawn, make sure we get as much as we can onto the lawn. That's our way of really structuring the work. So right now we're just cleaning up that sidewalk. You can see quite a bit of the mulch leaves are on the sidewalk right now. So we're mulching and building up a little pile right here in the lawn, and right there, right here, as you can see on the camera right now, it's an accumulation of all the leaves that we were able to gather up and blow onto the principal lawn right here. So now we're gonna tackle it a little bit, and we're gonna break this apart into two phases, which is a very important thing. And what we're gonna do right now, we're not gonna focus on doing the lines on the property, so making the stripes. Right now, more so, we're gonna be just mulching the leaves. So what you're gonna see right now, we're gonna be going around and just mulching and mulching, because the reason we're doing this more so is because if it's a windy day, or just in general dealing with leaves, when they're whole leaves, meaning that they haven't been shredded or mulched in any way, they're gonna catch the wind a lot more. So right now what we're doing is we're mulching the leaves on the lawn, so that when we shred them, they're easier to manage. And when they're shredded, whenever you blow them, they go in the direction that you want to blow. If they're whole leaves, as previously stated, that they haven't been shredded at all, you blow them and you're just giving them, you're basically freeing them up to the air, and in whatever direction the wind is blowing, it's going to go in that direction. By shredding them first, before you start doing any striping of the lawn, you're really taking the wind out of the factor of cleaning up the property. So that's why you really want to focus on shredding the leaves before you want to do any sort of striping of the lawn, especially in the fall. And now that that big pile of leaves has been mulched on the lawn, you're just going to see little spots of red on the lawn, and just an easy way to take care of that, blow it out and spread it around. That's caused by mulching so many leaves in such a small area, so it just drops it right there in the area that you're mulching. So just blow it out, take the blower and just spread it out, and that'll clear that coloring right up. And right now we've entered phase 2 of what we're going to do on the property, and now we can start striping the lawn, because now that we've taken out that big accumulation of the lawn, we're hitting the stripes. And this makes the work so much, at least in our experience, always there's going to be different ways to approach the yard work, and we're always happy to learn from others and see how people do their work. But for what we know of our knowledge level and experience, this is what we do and approach the lawns when we do our fall work. It's best to bring down the leaves first and mulch them before you're going to do any trying to stripe work, because now leaves aren't a factor in the lawn work in the second phase. If we had left the leaves, especially in that big pile and clumps of capacity, when we do the lawns and when we're starting doing our striping, it's gonna leave a bunch of leaves all over the lawn, and you may need to pass 2 times, 3 times, even 4 times on the lawn. And you really want to avoid this, because if you're passing too much on the lawn, especially when it's wet, you can really damage the soil. And just keep in mind that any machine you're using, especially stand-on, ride-on mowers, as you see in the video, they have a lot of weight to them, and every time you are passing over the lawn, you're compacting the soil. And if you're doing it too much in a row, you can really cause bad compaction of the soil, and that'll really affect the long-term health of the soil. So in order to avoid that, you really want to just go around, mulch up those leaves, and that way when you're done mulching the leaves, you do one pass doing your striping of the lawn, and it'll almost always come out nice and clean. And now that the lawn is nice and done, we're gonna check out how the property was before and after. It's both on the screen at the same time, before and after, full of leaves, and now nice and clean. Here you go, here are the stripes that we left on the lawn after having mulched the leaves and everything. And this is how the lawn has stayed. And we hope that this was an informational video. I hope it helps somebody out there with their fall lawn care. And thank you for watching. Till next time, take care.